Due to our current position in the Premier League, this morning the Premier League police visited my house and arrested me under suspicion of bribing officials. In my defence, I said, we've only won 3 games since the last episode, and it's not my fault the rest of the Premier League are rubbish. Now, if the chairman is there, if you could post bail, then it is still possible I could lead the team out at Wembley. Are you there? Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Middlesbrough, Part 8, Season 2. And as you can see, I have been released from custody, and the police have released a statement, and they have stated that having gone through my recent results, there is no evidence to be found of bribing officials. And in a further statement, the police commissioner said, even if he has been bribing officials, we can find no evidence, and if he has, then he's been completely wasting his money. And so I have been released, and I will be leading the team out in our first game at Wembley today, the final of the Carabao Cup. And yes, we made it to the final of the Carabao Cup. I do have a very, very good record in this competition, but I don't think any amount of money is going to be sufficient for Pep today. I'm not expecting to win that, and in our second game today, we will have to play in the Premier League against Arsenal. I don't know why we are currently in 10th position. It doesn't make any sense to me. Our record on the pitch is very, very poor of late. And the rest of the Premier League must be in dire need of a decent manager. But in 10th we are, and we've played 29 games now. We have 36 points, and we are 5 points behind Newcastle, who are in 9th. And we are 3 points ahead of Brighton and Aston Villa in 11th and 12th. Can we keep this going? Who knows? The way things have been going of late, who knows? But before we go into what's been happening on and off the pitch, if you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, then you are definitely in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, do all that good stuff and help the channel to grow. Help us to support the very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling up above. This channel has been set up to support the very good work of the British Heart Foundation. And so let's take a look at what's happened on the pitch since you were last with us. And when you were last with us, you saw us have that defeat to Newcastle, a 0-0 at home. And that was followed by a very nice 1-1 away draw at Brighton. We then beat Everton, bottom of the league, by a 0-0, and followed that with a 4-0 thumping of Leicester in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. That was followed by an away trip to Leeds in the FA Cup third round, which we managed to draw 3-3. And then against Leicester in the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final, we lost away by 2-1. But our 4-0 win at home was enough to let us go to the final on aggregate, where today we will play against Manchester City. And then we beat Southampton away in a Premier League clash by a 0-0, and followed that with the third round FA Cup replay against Leeds, which we lost by a 0-0. And then we had a 0-0 draw in the Premier League against Crystal Palace, which was followed by a 2-1 defeat away at Tottenham. During February, we started off with a 4-2 defeat away at Manchester City, and then we did get a win. We beat Hull by 2-0 at home, and we followed that with a very poor 4-1 defeat against Leeds at home in the Premier League. And our final game that we have played of late at the end of February was against Aston Villa away, and we did get a very creditable 1-1 draw. And if we have a look at these results that we've been getting on the pitch, it does not make any sense to me why we are still in 10th in the Premier League. And I shudder to think what is going to happen in the next couple of months as we go into the end of the season. But today we do have to play the Carabao Cup final against Manchester City, and we will follow that with a very tough away trip to Arsenal in the Premier League. And perhaps we won't be in 10th at the end of today's episode. In terms of injuries, we currently do have a clean bill of health, but January was full of injuries and included the game against Tottenham, where I could actually only field 3 players on the bench. My assistant manager went out and found some players from somewhere, but I have absolutely no idea who they were. But as players have come back, and we did have a couple of players away at the African Nations tournament, and as players have come back, I'm hoping that we're going to start to put some results together. And looking at how the squad have been performing on the pitch in terms of the average ratings, there still are only 2 players who have got ratings above 7, Asprilla and the goalkeeper Villa. And in terms of goals scored, Arezzo has 13 goals in his 30 appearances with 1 assist, but he only has an average rating of 6.7. He really isn't the most consistent of players. Asprilla has been very good this season. He has 31 appearances, 6 goals and 9 assists. And Akpom has 6 goals and 1 assist, and his current form is very good, and he will probably start in the cup final rather than Arezzo. And so we do have to move on. We have to go and play this game now at Wembley. I don't expect to win this, but I am hoping that we don't get hammered, that we put on a good show, and that we come away with a creditable performance. Let's go and kick some balls. And so just before we go to the game today, there is one item of news that I forgot to give you. We did in the transfer window, which was very quiet, bring in on loan a new player. He's come in till the end of the season. He is a winger, he is Nego, and he can play all down the right-hand side. He's not the greatest player in the world, but we needed personnel in this squad, and we brought him in on loan until the end of the season, and he will start today. And the team today is Villa in goal, with Manquillo, Tuanzabi, Lenihan and Duarte at the back, Hackney, McGree and Nego in midfield, with Jones, Asprilla and Akpom up front. This is not a game that I am expecting to win by any stretch of the imagination. Manchester City, a team full of amazing players, and if I had half their ability, we would be in a good position. I think I need to tell them, just go out there, play without expectation, just enjoy yourself and just do your best and just try and come off the pitch with a decent result, and let's not try and get absolutely annihilated. I'm not sure that the amount of money that I've given to Pep is going to be enough to let him throw this match, but I'm not really expecting anything from this game. We're going to play with the low block. We're going to just try and keep Manchester City at bay and to keep the score low. Manchester City have played recently, and so they lost in the FA Cup to Arsenal, funnily enough, and I'm hoping that has a negative impact on them. But they are coming forward. They are very dangerous. They're going to score. And, of course, Haaland has made it 1-0. The referee is going to check VAR. I don't think it's going to matter. I think he was onside. The ball deflected off a Middlesbrough defender. I think we're going to go a goal down already. And we are. And it is now Manchester City 1, Middlesbrough 0. This is way too far for us. This is a bridge that's gone way too far. There is no way that we can get anything out of this game. What I am going to do is make a couple of little adjustments to my fullbacks, and or they already are being told to close down less, and it's not going to make any difference what we do here today. We haven't had a shot yet, and Manchester City are totally dominating the game. If we can get to half-time at 1-0, we'll make a change as Manchester City tire, but I don't think it's going to make any difference. We're not a very good team, and I'm not expecting to win this game. And you can see the superstars that are in that Manchester City team, but we do have the ball, and here is Jones. Can we keep the ball? And he is coming forward. He needs support. He doesn't get it, but he has found Duarte. Duarte finds Hackney. Can he find a pass? Akpom on the ball. He finds Asprilla, who's having a very good season, but we have managed to give the ball away, unsurprisingly. And Manchester City are coming forward. He looked offside to me there, Grealish, but it's going to score. He's put it past the post. He did look offside to me a little bit there, but it's still Manchester City 1, Middlesbrough 0. We're not attacking enough, so I do need to change it in the second half. We need at least to take the game to them. And what I might do is lift the lineup after this free kick anyway, and just see if we can't stay in this game and create some chances. I am going to push the lineup a little bit now and compact the midfield a little bit more and see if we can't make any chances. And do I want Manquillo to mark Grealish? It might not be a bad idea. and Manchester City have made it 2-0 now. We are totally out of this game, and it's just not happening for us today. What did I expect? I didn't expect anything other than this, but I do want us to try and get back into this game, and it is Haaland again. And he is a beast in FM. There's nothing you can do. But it's Manchester City 2, Middlesbrough 0. We're getting hammered. We haven't had a shot on target, on goal even, and it is at the moment. Manchester City 2, Middlesbrough 0. And here is Nago. Nago has support. He has Akpom. We have got a chance. There is a shot, and it's just gone over the crossbar. It's not going to be our day. But never mind, we're not here to win, we're here to do our best. We do have a free kick, and it looks like maybe pushing the line up has helped, as we are taking the game a little bit more now to Manchester City and getting a little bit more possession. And we do need to be careful, though, playing it around at the back. And that is a terrible pass. And Manchester City are coming forward again. I get worried every time they have the ball. And it looks like they're going to score every time they have the ball. We're not defending very well. Lenihan is having a very poor game against Haaland. I wouldn't expect anything else, as Manchester City are looking to get it into the box again, but Jones has picked up the clearance. Jones looking for a Asprilla. Can he get the ball down? No, he's lost the ball. City's press is just far too much for us, as De Bruyne is looking for Bernardo. Bernardo will score. Oh, he's put it past the post, and it's still only 2-0. And I think we have to just try something different, and we have to maybe look to go and attack Manchester City in the second half. This is just not working at all. And they are just totally tearing us apart. As Grealish again, he's supposed to be tight marked now, but he wasn't. And here is Kimmich. They are just looking to walk it into the net. It's now 3-0, and the game is over. And I wish FM would just close the game now. Referee, just blow your whistle. Enough. We are embarrassed, and it's unfortunate, but there you go. And it was just too easy. They're just walking the ball into the back of the net. I think I probably need to become more aggressive in the second half, but we're not going to win this now. Nowhere near winning it. Manchester City are very comfortable. It's 3-0. FM isn't going to be kind and even keep the scoreline down to me. That was terrible. I have to tell them that. And I will be telling all these players, you are just not good enough today. McCree and pretty much everybody. Lenihan is having an absolute nightmare, as is Twanzebe, as is Manquillo. I'm not happy with the way you've performed, boys. End of story. And what I am going to do is I'm going to go into the high press. We have nothing to lose now. We have to go after them. We're going to push the line up. We're going to get stuck in. We are going to press them more often and try and take the game to them now. And hope that we can just do ourselves a little bit of credit in the second half. And Haaland, always press him, why not? We're obviously not looking after him very well at the moment. But we have changed things up a little bit, and we've created a chance, but we still haven't got one on target. And at the moment it's still Manchester City 3, Middlesbrough 0. I suspect it's going to finish a lot worse than this, but there's nothing much I can do about it. The match momentum is totally with Manchester City. I have told Manquillo to mark Grealish, and my assistant keeps telling me to do that, and I'm not sure why he's telling me to do that, because I've already done it. But we do have the ball, and we are looking to get back into this game as Asprilla. Lovely pass to Akpom, and the goalkeeper saved it. It goes out for a goal kick. Oh, he was offside apparently. And it still remains Manchester City 3, Middlesbrough 0. And Akpom's taken a knock. We do possibly need to substitute him, and we will bring on a Razor. But Manchester City are coming forward again. We are definitely second best, but it's okay, because I will remember this in 2 or 3 seasons when we are a better team, and I will enjoy getting one over Manchester City then. But they are looking to score again, and they have hit the post, and somehow dilly-dallying on the line. We've cleared it off the line, but it's still Manchester City 3, Middlesbrough 0. I'm hoping it doesn't get much worse than this. I need to make some substitutions now, because there are some players who are playing absolutely dreadfully. Good clearance, and hopefully that will be end of highlight. I'm going to go and make some changes once that's done. And so I have made my changes, and I would love to get a goal back if that would be okay, FM. Just give me a goal back, and then we can go home feeling fairly proud of ourselves. We have in the second half played a little bit better. We've created some chances. We've only got one on target though, and Manchester City have made it 4-0 now, and it is getting embarrassing. The referee is going to check VAR, but that looked like a pretty good goal to me. And it is now 4-0, and it has all gone wrong for us today. It's just one of those days. But I will remember this in a couple of seasons' time when we are a better team and when we beat Manchester City, and that will make this all the better. But at the moment, there's nothing more I can do except suffer, sit here and suffer as Manchester City look to bring it forward again. I may change the system as Manchester City are about to make it 5. It's been cleared. He was offside. This season, games have been very painful to watch, and this is no different. And well, I really don't know what else I could have done. I didn't expect to win this. And I just would like us to get a goal. I'm going to demand more from them. They've played really badly and they deserve to lose. And if we don't play very well, that's the way it's going to go. At the end of the day, though, it's Manchester City 4, Middlesbrough 0. We've been soundly beaten yet again. And I don't really want to watch Manchester City picking up the trophy. I think I will go to the dressing room now. And I'm not going to say I'm far from pleased. I'm disappointed. I don't really know what to say. We didn't get the result. I'm far from pleased. That's what I need to say. It was a poor performance. I don't want to see that. Thank you very much. I want to get on the bus and go home. We do now have a game coming up against Arsenal. That's not going to be any easier for me to take. We have to do better than we've done against Manchester City. We can't afford another 4-0 defeat or things are going to fall apart. I need to go and get the team ready for that game now. We'll be right back before the kickoff. And so here we are at the game at Arsenal, and I don't feel any more optimistic for this game than I did for the game against Manchester City. Your first season in the Premier League is always hard. You have to take these defeats on the chin and move on, and then wait until the tide turns in a few years. And so the team for today is Villa in goal with Manquilla, Twanzebe, Fry and Duarte at the back. Hackney, Piero and Nego in midfield, with Jones, Asprilla and Arezzo up front. I need someone to have a big game today, basically, and to try and get some points out of this. 1 point, and I'll be very happy. Someone, please, have a good game today and make my day. I'm not worried too much. Go out there and show the world you've got what it takes. Go out and make a difference. I've still got faith in you boys. We are doing extremely well in the Premier League. I guess if Wolves win their game today, then we will unfortunately slip down the table as Arsenal are looking to bring it forward. Sake was a very good player in FM, and there's a chance, but we've headed it clear, and Arsenal are still coming at us, and there's a ball into the box, and we've made a terrible error in defence. And what I am going to do is, I think this line is not working, so I'm going to push the line up a little bit and try to push Arsenal out a little bit. We're giving a lot of opportunities inside our penalty area, and maybe that's not the greatest of plans, and Arsenal have headed it over the crossbar. The good news is Arsenal's shots on target ratio is pretty poor. I wonder if pushing the lineup will make a difference. Arsenal are getting quite tired. They are showing signs of tiredness, fatigue at this point in the season, whereas we are doing fairly well. And Arezzo is about to take a free kick. Come on, Arezzo, can you do it? Can you put one in from a free kick? Let's get one in. And there's a chance. And was it a save? I think it was saved by Ramsdale. We are going to get a corner. Can we get a goal from a set piece? We've been working on set pieces, and we have hopefully got chances from set pieces. There's a chance. It's into the 6-yard box. Comes back out to Piero. Piero with a ball into the box. It's picked up by Nego. Nego finds Twanzebe. And this is nice, but the highlight comes to an end. A point will be nice. We are on target with Arsenal, 50%. We're probably just sneaking it at the moment in terms of the shots on target. But Arsenal, obviously, a very dangerous team. And Odegaard was left a huge amount of space there. We need to close Odegaard down, I think. And one of the changes that I do need to make is to close him down. He was given miles of space to run into, and Arsenal have scored. And I think I need to go and just close down Odegaard. That was absolutely dreadful, and we need to just make sure he's not going to be causing us problems. And that was absolutely terrible. It's Arsenal 1, Middlesbrough 0. We are behind again, and I really don't know how to solve this problem at the moment. The system we are working is not working. And we do still have a better shots on target ratio than Arsenal. And I'm wondering if we should do anything or just stay as we are. Arsenal are not having the greatest of games that they've ever had, but they are doing all the attacking, and maybe I should just take the game to them. Be brave and take the game to them as they look to score from a set piece again. And it's still Arsenal 1, Middlesbrough 0 as we're coming up to the last 15 minutes. And it's still Arsenal. So now I am going to go and change something a little bit. And I'm going to go right up now. We're going to counter press. We are going to go at them and see if it makes any difference. I have to do something, and we will maybe pass it around a little bit at a higher tempo, spread the game out a little bit. I've got to try and do something. Arsenal are just going to run away with this as Manchester City did. They probably are anyway, but that's a good tackle by Nago. Now, come on, let's do something, boys. We've made some changes now. Let's make it count. That's a nice pass to Arezzo. Arezzo can't pick the ball up, and Arsenal will bring it forward. Arezzo, he's a young kid. He's not going to win any accolades this year. But as long as they play well, I don't mind. And they're just not performing at the moment. But well done, Twanzebe. But we've given the ball away again. Arsenal will score. It's 2-0. I can't do anything about stupid mistakes that our defenders make. And it is now Arsenal 2, Middlesbrough 0. It's painful to watch. I don't know why I chose these two games to show. It's just horrible to watch, and we make mistakes like that, it's going to cost us. I want to push Arsenal even further up the pitch now. Fortune has to favour the brave. Defending's not doing any good. So what I will do is I'm going to counter press. We're going to come off that, and out of possession I'm going to push the line up higher. I maybe even up the passing distance. I got to try something. We're not doing very well, and remove hit. Well, you told me to hit early crosses on, and I thought it was a good idea at the time. Now he wants me to remove it because our crossing's very poor. So what does he want? And we are still in 10th apparently, but we have played a game more than Wolves. This is so painful, FM. Why are you doing this to me? Nobody's expecting anything. Go out there. And I'm not going to actually say anything to them individually at the moment. There's a couple of players. Asprilla again is having a bad game. Everybody up front is having a poor game. I can't change them all. But Arsenal are obviously a better defensive unit than we are an attacking unit. And that means that we will play poorly. I want to try and play a little bit more direct. We've got to press them, try and hurt them. And Arezzo has picked up the ball. Can we get a goal? It would be nice just to get a goal in this episode. Arezzo bursting into the box. Long shot saved easily by Ramsdale. That didn't have any power on it. I do need to, looking at these ratings, I do need to make some changes. Possibly I need to work the ball into the box as well. Coming off hit early crosses, I forgot to do that. Arsenal are getting very, very tired. I want to go positive now. Try and take the game to them as Manquillo takes a throw. He finds Manquillo back. And Manquillo has lost the ball again, and this is terrible. Get stuck in. Come on, boy. Get stuck in. Win this ball back. But Saka's skinned him. Saka is going to set up a goal-scoring opportunity here. Is it going to be another huge defeat for us? And Arsenal have got acres of room again. It looks like they've got 12 or 13 players on the pitch. But we've tidied up well there in defence. Defensively, we're not doing too bad. But up front, and it's now 3-0. It's very, very painful, this. Oh, come on, FM, please, just give me a goal. Give me something that'll make me happy here. And I need to make some changes now. My forward line is absolutely awful. Fry is having an absolutely dreadful game. We are being taken apart by these top teams. We'll bounce back, though. We've got to bounce back. We've got to somehow get through this tough phase. Let's make some changes. And so I have made some changes. I can't do any more than this. We've had so many of our players were playing badly. Everyone, in fact, was playing badly. And Arsenal are looking to make it 4-0 now. And I don't know what to do. Please, somebody tell me what to do. We're just getting hammered. I'm going to go attacking in a minute because nothing else is working. And I'd just like to score a goal. If you don't mind, FM, I'd love to score a goal. As Chester's, who's come on. I'm getting desperate for bringing on players like Chester's to try and win this game. He is reputedly going to be a good player, but I'm not seeing anything of that yet. As Dick Steele looks to get the ball down the right. Can he get a cross in? He does get a cross in, but it's gone wide. It remains Arsenal 3, Middlesbrough 0. We are still in 10th. I have absolutely no idea how we are in 10th in the table. It just does not make any sense to me. But Wolves do have a game in hand, and Aston Villa are drawing with Liverpool and closing the gap on us. If we finish in 14th or 15th, I'll be very happy given the squad that we had, because it's a poor squad. We have 22 players, and it's a poor squad. And to finish anywhere above the relegation zone will be an absolutely dramatic achievement. But we're not going to get a goal today here. It's a shame. Arezzo is bursting through, though, but he's hit it again straight at the goalkeeper. It's a shame because our shots on target ratio is pretty good. And unfortunately, though, we've just been soundly beaten again. And Arsenal have created so many chances. We've just not defended well. Are they going to equal City? They are. It's Arsenal 4, Middlesbrough 0. This is how it is in your first season in the Premier League. Got to stay happy, keep smiling. But again, it's an absolutely shocking performance. I don't know what's gone wrong with them. We've had some good results, and I don't really know what's wrong with them. And are Arsenal going to make it 5 now? I'm at a loss to know how to play these teams with this team that I have. It's now 5-0, and we are in serious trouble at the moment. I have to somehow find a way to recover. And players, if I look at the ratings we've had over the last 2 games, it's been dreadful. This time it's Villa, the goalkeeper, who's having an absolute nightmare. And we've lost 5-0. And I'm far from pleased with that result. Both my forwards who played today had stinkers. And unfortunately, that's how it goes. A heavy defeat, though, in 2 games is not what I was wanting. And it's not been good. Oh boy. Well, I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board and try to find a way to win some matches. Otherwise, we are going to go into a serious period of decline. It's not looking very good on the schedule. I have no idea how we are still in 10th. We do have some games coming up that we could possibly get some points out of. Going above the relegation zone, that's all I expect of this team for this season. If we can do that, we have a transfer window again, and then hopefully we can strengthen. I don't feel very optimistic, though, coming into these last 9 games of the season. But that's all we have to concentrate on. So hopefully we'll pick up a point or 2 as we go into the final games of the season. What I think I'll do is come back for the last 2 games of the season, Blackburn and Chelsea, and round the season off that way. If you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer like this playing this game, then you're definitely in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, do all that good stuff, help the channel to grow. and help us to support the very good work of the British Heart Foundation. I'm going to go away and find a quiet corner and have a cry. Overall, we have lost 9-0 today against Manchester City and Arsenal, and that shows us exactly where we are in this league. All that remains to be said now is stay safe, take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.